Alter, das war wirklich hart. Das ist wirklich hart gewesen.
I know.
Witching World Chamber.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The Woodlands Building.
Sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll
der
have an
Früh.
opportunity to...
Sehr früh.
He's back.
The crooked man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Leute, wir haben keine Beweise, Mann, aber
Are you
ich...
okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At
Mir
the
geht's
Crooked
gut.
Man's place. And after what happened with Mary,
It's nothing, I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice.
Das
I
wird
know
schön.
normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible.
Ich hoffe, sie redet weiter. Ich
The
will...
Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
I already took care of Georgie, so drop
What
it.
do you mean you took care of him?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there was a fight, and he bled out from his wounds. It's over.
So he's dead? That's what you're saying?
I can't believe it was him.
So you see, the culprit has been punished.
Wir haben
That doesn't change
keine
anything. We'll
Beweise.
deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I don't...
told I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my
Lass
rights,
sie ihr
Miss
Wort
White.
beenden.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
Du bist eine Inzest.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Oh, yes. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you
Stop
didn't.
the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute.
Lass ihn reden.
You wanted a chance to talk? Well,
Das
go
recht.
ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to let
is
him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
Und ich
What's
wurde
he talking
attackiert.
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
I really hope you're going somewhere with this.
I see, you want to cut right to the point. I can appreciate that. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Mit illegalen
Yes,
Geschäften.
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
They burned my tree to
Ey,
ashes.
das... Nee.
What?
You burned it down?
You see?
Why would you do that?
There's more to this than they're saying, okay? It was necessary to keep this town safe.
Es war ein
Greenleaf was
illegal.
using her magic to help Crane and the
Ja,
Crooked Man.
illegal.
What choice did I
Gefängnis.
have?
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with
Wir
her?
versuchen euch zu
Maybe you haven't
beschützen.
noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The crooked man's been exploiting you, exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Jetzt schaust du dumm, oder? Schauen uns dumm.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded.
Da hat er auch wieder
Sheriff
recht.
simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murder.
was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession
confession that nobody heard.
Da hat er auch
Now,
recht.
I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you
Was willst du
talking
damit
about?
sagen?
Snow?
Und was ist mit deiner
What
Geschichte?
about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples
Sie
while
war
under
da
your
noch nicht.
watch.
Under my watch.
Ja,
Maybe
es war Crane.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
that was different.
What?
Snow war
You
da
think
nicht
you shouldn't be
mit
held
drin.
accountable?
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's
Tja,
enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
To
three.
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be
Bigby! Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say
die
something.
Why don't you
Meerjungfrau.
take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd
Nerissa.
like to... I need to say something.
Da ist...
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
Sie hat etwas zu sagen, also
She
Schnauze.
has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
whether-
up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie!
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole.
Das bestätigt das
And I hope
alles.
you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his
Hab ich
say-so.
doch gesagt.
Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
Was hast du erwartet?
What?
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up!
Ich weiß nicht, was...
Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Wir sollten...
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
We should have a vote.
Yeah.
Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
Was?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official
Nein, sei
representative.
still, sei still.
really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to
Nein,
me.
nein, nein,
I
nein,
guess
nein,
it
nein.
does.
Ich... Nee,
Okay.
nee.
Are you sure?
Nein.
This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Oh nein.
Yes, Sheriff.
Oh nein.
Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We can
die.
lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Okay, Leute, ich will jetzt nur eins klarstellen. So, wir haben keine Beweise auf der Hand. Wir haben nur von einem Mädchen gehört. Von Nerissa haben wir nur gehört, dass es alles passiert ist. Und ich weiß nicht, was ich machen soll. Wir können ihm... Sperren wir ihn ein? Ich weiß es nicht. Ich weiß es doch nicht. Weißt du was? Oh shit!
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still...
End it already.
Nein, ich...
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
After
can't
what
be serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it.
Leute, das habe ich jetzt nur getan, Leute, weil... Es wäre einfach nicht fair, um ehrlich zu sein. Es war wirklich nicht fair. Er wollte uns zwar öfters töten, aber es wäre trotzdem nicht fair gewesen, Mann. Und er kann dort auch nachdenken über das, was er getan hat. Er kommt ja nicht mehr raus. Hoffe ich. Und ohne seine kleine Freundin wird eh nichts gehen.
Not what I was expecting.
Ist das jetzt...
Morning. crooked.
He's got a sharp tongue.
Scheiße.
I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Okay, das ist eine
Thanks,
gute Idee.
Greenleaf.
Don't forget this the next time your deputy mayor gets an itch to destroy my worldly possessions.
Hey, Sheriff.
Hey.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
Die wollen jetzt also die Fables, die nicht geglammert sind, dorthin, so nach Ding fahren. Zu der Farm.
Oh, Mr. Wolf?
Ja.
Flycatcher left his keys.
Okidoki. Ist alles okay?
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Okay.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Ich hoffe, wir haben das Richtige getan.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Colin. Warum? Wieso? Ich dachte, der geht auch zur Farm. Wohin geht denn der? Ey Leute, der muss auch zur Farm, oder nicht? Aber er ist ein Freund. Hey, weißt du was? Er ist ein Freund. Er ist ein Freund. Das können wir nicht machen. Oh, stimmt. Tod und sein Sohn.
I'm going. Jesus.
Hätten wir bloß das Geld im Mantel,
We only have like 5 minutes.
im Mantel
Carry
rausgenommen.
me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day.
Oder haben wir das? Ich hab's ja vergessen.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you? Sorry
Ich
about
wollte
all
helfen.
this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
Oh.
You know, he was up crying all night.
Oh.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So
Natürlich.
Sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves, so you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Bye.
Goodbye, TJ. Hey, Bigby! Where's your friend, Colin?
Oh, yeah.
Where's the fucking pig? I don't know. He Must have run off. Bullshit!
Er hat mir das Geld bloß mitgenommen.
Saying goodbye?
Nerissa.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Kann ich verstehen.
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the crooked man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Nerissa, just tell me what happened.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the crooked man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
Georgie didn't do mercy. You know that.
He could have been reasoned with. I was counting on that. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the crooked man. But then... Oh, God.
Here.
Thank you.
Ich rauche hier alle, Alter. Ach, die Raucher, stimmt.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Oh.
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess, what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
Sie hat...
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save
Damit
them,
ich die Aufmerksamkeit von ihm
save the
kriege,
rest of
oder
us.
was?
You were trying to get my attention.
Also damit sie Aufmerksamkeit
So
von
you-
mir kriegt.
You started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way.
Aber sie hat das
We
Richtige getan.
just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
Es tut mir leid, dass du das
I'm
tun
sorry,
musstest.
Nerissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
Hoffen wir.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different.
Ja, so ist es.
Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing.
Danke.
You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Das haben wir doch am Anfang, was? Das haben wir doch schon öfters einmal.
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you
Was? Was?
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide
Oh nein, ich
so
hab...
she could escape his kingdom.
Da...
They used to call me
Ich wusste
the
es.
Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said
Oh
he wanted
nein.
to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Oh nein, oh nein, oh nein. Hinterhergehen. Och
I'll
nein.
see you around, Wolf.
Das war... Nein, oder? Alter, Leute, ich habe gerade... Ah, mein Kopf, ich schwör, mein Kopf tut gerade weh. Das heißt, Leute, das heißt ja, dass Nerissa als... Also ich habe jetzt verstanden, dass... Alter. Ich habe so verstanden, dass Nerissa jetzt als... Also am Anfang, wo wir reingegangen sind, das gar nicht Faith war, sondern Nerissa war. Oh nein, Leute. Oh nein, was habe ich getan? Oh nein. Oh shit. What did you do to Jersey? Jersey sagt, Georgie. Ich und 56,5% haben Georgie zum Tode verurteilt und dort gelassen. Okay, er würde so oder so sterben, aber trotzdem. Ich und 70% haben dem Crooked Man lebend zu Snow gebracht. Hätten wir ihn umgebracht, dann wären wir als Mörder durchgegangen, Leute. Und das will doch keiner. Hoffe ich. Okay, das wollten eigentlich alle dort, aber ey, ich habe trotzdem Kopfschmerzen. Ich weiß nichts mehr. How did you punish the Cricket Man? Crooked Man. Ich und 47,4% of the player, dass wir ihn genau einsperren. Ja, genau, ja. Ich und 94,7% haben TJs Gift, also ein Geschenk an Snow, weitergereicht. Und Leute, das hier, dass wir ihn eingesperrt haben, ich habe nur das Richtige getan. Ich hoffe, ich habe das Richtige getan, weil hätte ich ihn umgebracht, Leute, dann wären wir eigentlich ein Killer. Und vor allem, was sie gerade... Oh mein Gott, Mann. Ich und 23,8% von euch haben zu Nerissa gesagt, I hope I've done some good here. Dass wir hoffen, dass wir wenigstens etwas Gutes hier vollbracht haben. Und Leute, war das etwa die Ankündigung des zweiten Teils von diesem Spiel? Weil das erfüllt irgendwie nicht Nein, Leute, das war nicht das Ende, das kann nicht das Ende gewesen sein. Es fühlt sich so an, als würde noch eine Episode fehlen einfach. Es fehlt einfach noch eine Episode für mich. Boah, ich hoffe, es kommt noch es muss noch ein Teil kommen, Leute. Und Alter, das Ende, Mann. Und vor allem in der Mitte dieser Episode, Bigby, wie der ausgetickt ist, Leute. Es ist einfach nur hart. Also, Butcher. From him to protect at the business office. For the farm, crooked man. You told him to... You took him back to the witching well. You imprisoned him. You toasted him down in the witching well. You left him to die. Georgie ist tot. Viele sind gestorben, Alter, Mann. Zu viele sind gestorben. Dass das Ende war, das glaubt wirklich niemand, Alter. Das glaubt einfach niemand. Das ist nicht das Ende, Leute. Es kann einfach nicht das Ende sein. Und Leute, noch etwas. Das hat ja, zum Beispiel gesagt, dass wir den Baum verbrannt haben. Von, der Tante Greenleaf. Aber das haben wir überhaupt gar nicht. Das hat die Sachen nicht gespeichert. Ich habe versucht, die Sachen zu kombinieren, also die Datas, aber es hat irgendwie nicht übereingestimmt. Es ging irgendwie nicht. Ich wollte schauen, ob ich vielleicht das nochmal spiele, aber dafür war halt einfach keine Zeit für mich. Und ich wollte halt, ihr wisst schon, genau. Aber ich hoffe trotzdem, es hat euch gefallen. Und wir haben Tweedledum oder Tweedledee getötet. Einen von beiden haben wir getötet. Ja, wir haben einen getötet und es hat das trotzdem nicht gespeichert. Schön wäre es natürlich gewesen, wenn wir es behalten hätten. Es hat Episode 2 und 4, glaube ich, nur gespeichert, oder? Kann das sein? Und ja, es hat nur Episode 4 und 2 gespeichert. Aber ich hoffe, es hat euch trotzdem gefallen. Und das war das Ende. Natürlich wieder mit Kopfschmerzen raus. Und ich warte auf die nächste Saison von The Wolf Among Us. Bye, Leute.